Shine Shafri was trying too hard. Then that rhythm will not be with you.
Yeah, pressure makes you do funny things. Once again, toe end. Only single of the final ball of the over. 5 off the over, 87 for 6.
Twelve and over 159. Where Sri Lanka are, even that's a very hard ask. Looking at the previous over, even coming the Mendes, a player in form for Sri Lanka, someone they trust. He couldn't find the timing. Abrar is going to bowl out. Look, he got the wrong and nice. Perfect in the previous over. But did he get this right though? That's Hasaranga.
Out of 10, I will give 5. Nah, Asaranga is cool.
But I like the cheeky smile Abrar had. Not taking any chances. Well, let's try Vakan.
Russell, I can't even do that. I don't have a finger, so... You need 10 fingers to do that. You just have that celebration. Look, all 10 fingers. You know, pull the pinky finger and the thumb out and just look at that. It's just so cool. And everyone loves it around the ground. I can't do that. Not for me.
Geez, 1 for 8. Let's have a go.
It's funny, isn't it?
Geez, he's going to bowl his 4 overs for under 10 here. Oh dear, oh dear. They're asking, he's gone across the stumps. They will take the review. They should, I think. There are both reviews available.
Director, we have a player review for caught behind. On-field decision is not out. Both feet are checked. Fair delivery. Front on first, please. Ball appears to be passing close to the glove. Can I have outrage, please? Between 2 frame by frame, flat line, still flat line. Between 2, clear gap between bat and glove. I'm satisfied, no bat involved. Going back to on-field umpire, please. Yes, you can check. Everyone ready, please? The original decision is not out, ball pitching outside off. Impact in line, wickets missing. Going back to on-field umpire, please. Desert, you can stay with your not out decision, you're on spin.
Geez, what a brilliant decision that was. And you were right too. It was bouncing. So this wouldn't be Abrar's best figures because he has 4 for 9 versus UAE. But bowling your 4 overs for under 10 on a good batting pitch. Credit to Abrar. Apish ends with a dot, just a 1 run. 15 bowled, 88 for 6. Not a healthy scorecard at all. Kamindu Mendis is there. Along with Chamika Karunaratne, who's faced 9 balls for 1 run.
The problem with Sri Lanka right now is they don't have much left after this. So this is kind of their last recognized batters. So they have to make sure that they face all 30 deliveries, the remaining 30 deliveries.
Eight runs of 17 balls, this partnership. Walker, I think Sri Lanka need to make a decision here. Hobble their way, crawl their way to 110, or take your chances and look to play some shots. If it comes off, you get 135, 140. If not, you're bowled out for 100. Because 110, 120 is not going to cut it.
Russ, either way, I think they're going to be well short.
That's for sure. Short fine leg. Well, he'll turn and chase. Plugs in the outfield, so just a couple. Yeah, but you got to try. You got to make a decision either way here. I would think Kamindu Mendis comes off, plays the innings of a lifetime. With 140, you never know.
I think Sri Lanka should have thought about it earlier in the piece. When they lost first 2 wickets, they should have just sort of thought about not 190, 180, just thought of 160, 170. I think that's where they made mistake, and then they kept on losing wickets. And now even 130, 140 might not be enough. You have to really play out of their skin to get to 140, 150. One more wicket down, but the problem will start.
Yeah, that's always my point. Get your foundation right, target a decent score that keeps you in the game. Things go well, there are your bonus runs. You look to win the game in all 3 departments, not just the one. Well, the 2 teams that won their first game in the Super Force, they'll be up against each other tomorrow. Effective edge. How about that? Middle of the bat, you're not finding the boundary, but the edge, it flies away.
Well, at this stage, Sri Lanka will take any runs and every run. Doesn't matter how they come. This was definitely edgy. The room was there. He just swung his bat. It was a slow delivery ball, just gripping a little bit in the surface. But nevertheless, a boundary. 8 in the first 3 deliveries from Hossain Tella, who's been pretty successful, picked up 2 wickets in his first over.
Well, he's got to keep going, Kamindu Mendis. He's got no other option. Shaheen Shah Afridi and Fahim Ashraf open the bowling. They got an overreach. Haris Rauf has 2. Slower delivery. Well, tomorrow in Dubai. First ball to be bowled at 6:30 p.m. India take on Bangladesh. Both teams unbeaten.
It should be a good game. Both on high at this stage. India definitely playing best cricket of their life, and young team.
The point will come across. Well, what I noticed when they played Pakistan 2 days ago, India didn't have a good game. They dropped so many catches. Bumrah went for 45 plus, but yet looked dominant.
Well, it's their batting. I thought the two openers, the way they started, they meant business. Although 170 on the wide pitch, it's not a target where you just, chase it the way they chased. You do have difficulties, but they never allowed any of Pakistani bowlers to settle. They attacked everyone, Abrar, Shaheen, Fahim, everyone. End of the 16th, 97 for 6 Sri Lanka.
That Manhattan graph is a really good illustration of what's happened. Wickets right at the start, so that set them back. 2 wickets inside the first 3 overs. And there were a couple of big overs as well, which kick-started things nicely and got them going. Then over number 8, a couple of wickets and pegged them down dramatically for the next half a dozen overs, really. And they haven't really recovered from that moment. So they've got some work to do, Sri Lanka. 6 down, 97 on the board, 4 overs remaining. The run rate just a shade over 6. Pakistan will be happy.
10 and over will take them to 137. That'll be a reasonable total to defend. If they get to 135, 140, that would be ideal for them from this stage.
Yeah, this is the business end. Dragging that on the onside. He's did it pretty well. 1 bounce and it has gone for 4. It's a good start to the over. That's the positive stuff right at the beginning.
Here's a good player, Mendes. 38 now. That was his 3rd boundary. And that too towards mid-wicket. There was 2 fielders there. Square leg and mid-wicket played it between those two. Picked up nicely that gap. Bit of a slog, but that's what they need at this stage of the game. Massive gap. 54 meters between those 2 fielders.
Couple of tall building blocks here will give them good momentum, Sri Lanka, for the last couple of overs. Running that first one hard, touching and turning. That's aggressive running and good running.
Good start of the over for Sri Lanka. 6 runs from it. In last 30 balls, they have scored 29 runs and a wicket. That shows how good this pitch is, Hazy. Everything is true, even bounce coming nicely on the bat. Pakistan did really well here with getting Sri Lankan 6 wickets. He's not very happy. It's not easy out there, guys, let me tell you.
I mean, this is such a key moment right now. This is, remember, the side who goes down in this game is really going to have their work cut out to go through further, to rely on other results going their way. You win this game, you're sitting pretty to a certain extent. You've got nice momentum going to the next game. Tikshan is in the lineup. We saw how well Bra bowled. Tikshan will like bowling on this track as well. Tashara will get some swing. It's a good length. You can't do too much of that. Nicely bowled by Haris Ralph.
Yeah, it was a Yorker. Went straight to the fielder. Mid-off was up in the circle. He was lucky there. Haris Ralph, 1 for 28, bowling his 3rd over.
How tough is this? Every ball is now obviously sweating so much on his hands. How tough is this right now? Well, it's still very hot out there.
It's apart from the weather, it's tough to hold the ball because sweat trickles down onto your fingers and onto your palm as well, and that's why you won't be able to grip the ball properly.
The kit they're wearing is absolutely drenched, which doesn't help the cause either, I'm sure. edge onto the thigh. Harris Ruff's got to get there. Zing Bowles light up along with the stumps as well, but safely home.
Football would have been handy here because I think he lost a little bit of time when he bent down and grabbed that ball. Good effort and follow through most of the time. The idea is to kick it 100%.
So close to the stumps here.
Right here.
Extra couple of feet.
Yeah, that's where I think he got delayed a bit. Good effort
7 off the over, 2 balls.
from Harish Rao. He's giving his 100%.
Shut this down. So close to the stumps here to go that extra couple of feet than the batsman had to.
It's difficult to put a wristband as well, especially
7 off the over, 2 balls remaining now. Horace Ralph wants to try and shut this down from here. Absolutely drenched.
And it's difficult to put a wristband as well, especially on your bowling hand, because every time you come and bowl, it will slip as well because of the
Nicely bowled, a little bit wide
wetness.
crease that time as Kamindu walked across, trying to work on the leg breeze around today, so it's unlikely there'll be some dew later. That's nicely bowled, a little bit wide with the crease that time as Kamindu walked across, trying to work on the leg side.
100%.
Very good speed, second ball 148.
It comes from the over. Good pace from Harish Rao. He runs in every time. He gives his 100%.
Yeah, really good speed. Second ball 148 k's per hour. That last one 142. The rest in 120. So some slower balls in there as well. 25 unfinished off 28 balls now for Kunaratne and Kamindu Mendes. Mendes has got almost all of those.
Fahim's got one as well. Let's see who bowls the next over.
Kunaratne strengthens the bowling department as a seaming all-rounder.
He's bowling his third over. Harish Rao, Shaheen's got one and Fahim's got one as well. Let's see who bowls the next over.
Really good, the last 2 deliveries. And that's a dot ball to finish. That's good bowling from Ralph. Nice work to shut it down. 105 for 6. Three overs to go now. The best thing that Pakistan can do, of course, is break this partnership and upset that rhythm. Sri Lanka, they've just got to make sure these 2 guys back to the end together.
Because after this is Chamira, Tikshana and Tushara. The tail starts from here. So Pakistan point of view, they need a wicket. And for Sri Lankan point of view, 10 and over will take them to 135. Will that be enough? The time will tell. But at least they'll have run on the boards.
Yeah, losing those 3 wickets inside that power play has really hit them hard here. And then, of course, those 2 in the 8th over. So 5 wickets down by the end of 8 overs is not a good story for Sri Lanka. There's a look at the projected scores from here. 10 and over gets that 135, which Wasim just said. Fahim now, bowling his last. Bottom edge looking to advance. Dot ball, good start.
Perfect start of the over. Bit of a variation from Fahim Ashraf. He's bowling his 4th. He's only conceded 21 runs, bowled really well today. And of course, the pick of the bowler so far, excellent spell from Ibrar. And of course, Shaheen Shafidi with the new ball, 2 for 21 in his 3, Ibrar 1 for 8 in his 4 overs.
Ratner looking to run down the track. He's not the quickest bowler for him, but the skipper has decided not to put in a long off. That's where he's looking to go for that first delivery. Slaps that to the sweeper on the offside. He's found a gap nicely. 4 runs. Really good shot. Well controlled.
Yeah, poor delivery. It was a variation. It was a slow ball, but it was short. It was wide, although there were 2 fielders there. Man on the boundary, backward point, man extra cover. He played it perfectly between those 2. So boundary on the second ball. Let's have a look at the delivery. Yeah, slow ball, short, wide, weighted, played beautifully. That's really good shot.
What a batsman walking around the crease was. What would your advice be to Fahim when he's looking to move across that offside?
I suppose try to aim the stumps. I can understand he's got fine leather up, but he's got 3 fielders on the boundary leg side. And it's a bigger boundary.
Certainly not static in the crease, Karunaratne. There he goes again. Looking to work that on the onside. There is almost long on. Came in hard off the fence, so that's good work from him. Nawaz. He didn't bowl in the last game, and he's not going to bowl in this one. Really weird.
Yeah, and Saim Ayub hasn't bowled an over as well, and against India he bowled 3 out of first 7 overs. The tactics have changed.
St. Tullett has obviously done his bit, 2 for 18 off his 3 overs at the moment, so good work from St. Tullett, kept in the lineup today after the last game against India. Halfway through 18th over. Right at the base of the bat, just the one.
The singles are not going to hurt Pakistan. They'll be happy to give 6 and over, 8 and over, that'll be fine. 8 and over will take them to 129. And so far Pakistan team have done really well. They came out with positive mindset. They got early breakthrough. Shaheen Shah Afridi took the charge. Bowled really well, strung the ball both ways. The game is in control so far as Pakistan concerned.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Right in the block hole. Good work from Faheem Ashraf. The easiest delivery to bowl at this stage. He got a spot on.
Bang on, absolutely. 7 runs from the over, a yorker. Big game. India versus Bangladesh. Match number 16, DP World Asia Cup 2025 tomorrow at 6:30 local time in Dubai.
A couple of teams, of course, who won their last matches. One against Pakistan, one against Sri Lanka. Bangladesh in the last ball thriller against Sri Lanka. India quite comfortably against Pakistan a couple of days ago. Oh, that's picked up. That's picked up nicely. Has it gone far enough? Yep, that's gone for 6. Really good, solid shot, and an important one at that stage. 13 from the over, 18 gone, 118 for 6. Really good work there from Sri Lanka. Parties for 38 off 35. Kaminda Menace got 30 of those 38. He's played well. Big 6 off the last ball, really important.
Magnificently. Mendes 48 of 41 under pressure when he came out to bat. There were 4 or 5 wickets down for hardly any runs on the board. And this partnership is worth now almost kind of run a ball 38 of 35 deliveries. Shaheen Afridi will take the ball, the 19th over, 2 overs to go. 2 for 21 in his 3. Fine leg up, third man up, and mid-off up. Interesting.
Big over this. He's got the ability, of course, to pick up a wicket. Shaheen Afridi, but he can also, with his pace, get tapped a bit at this stage of an innings.
13 runs from the previous over. He did well. Faheem Ashraf, and he bowled this one. Just a slow ball. It was little short, picked up beautifully and went all the way. 75 meters. Big hit into the stands, actually on the hill.
And he's given that wide actually in the end. A bit of a look from Kaminda down towards the umpire. Just outside that indicating line.
I think that is the plan, to just bowl outside off stump full, because he's got 2 fielders on the boundary. He's got mid-off up in the circle. Let's have a look. It was a slow ball. Yeah, it was a white ball. Good call by the umpire. Another run for Sri Lanka. 120 now.
Well, toss. Didn't expect that. I think he just lost his grip a little bit, Afridi. So did Kaminda. Quite amazing, these overs number 7-15. They've been a problem again today. It's been an issue for Pakistan with the bat. It's been an issue for Sri Lanka today with the bat. Spotlight's on Afridi, of course. He picked up that wicket in the first over. He's brilliant. 35 runs scored, the loss of 3 wickets in overs 7-15 today by Sri Lanka. Oh, that's going to be a wide.
Yeah, he was trying to bowl Yorkers and of course slow balls. The previous delivery was tempted Yorker but became low full toss, good delivery, dot ball. And that was his third full toss in his spell. That means he's trying to bowl full and Yorker, but sometime it can happen. So 2 wides now.
Length. Pick that up. On the bounce. Coming back for the second. Fine shot. 50 up as well for Kaminda Mendes. Really good work. 43 balls. Couple of sixes, 3 fours.
Third 50 for Mendes, 50 of 43 with 3 fours and 2 massive sixes. And what an innings under pressure, is he?
Yeah, really good. He was just absolutely sensational when he burst onto the scene in Test cricket. And he's playing a really important knock right now for Sri Lanka. How much further can he dig? 5 off half the over from Afridi now. Oh, that's a big shot from Afridi. It's a Sanju crusher. Guy says 9 out. I don't know if the captain's, he's looking at Harris for a bit of information, and he decides to go upstairs. Why not?
Sir Umpire to Director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. Both feet are checked. Fair delivery. Front on first, please. Ball appears to be passing close to the bat. Can I have Alpres to confirm if there's any bat involved, please? Yeah, keep it rolling through frame by frame. Keep it rolling through flat line, clear gap between bat and ball. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can go for the ball tracking by ready, please.
My initial thought is ouch. My second one is it sliding down that leg side or just clipping?
Ball tracker. The original decision is not out. Ball pitching in line, impact in line, wicket sleeping. Going back to Ijat on field. Ijat, you need to change your decision from not out to out. Please stand by. You're on screen, you get signal now.
There we go, up goes the finger. It was pitched very close to the batsman, as we know, right on that foot. It's the end of a very fine innings. Going on to hit that leg stump, according to Hawkeye. But Kamindo's he's played absolutely beautifully. He can be very well pleased with this performance. 50 off 44 balls, couple of sixes, 3 fours. It's the end of a partnership of 43 as well. 123 for 7. bit quick. Chimera, he'll have a job to do with the ball. The ball very briskly, we know that. He's got a bat very briskly at the moment. 2 balls left in the 19th over. Still got to try and build on this score at the moment of 1, 2, 3 for 7. 2 balls remaining. Freddie's got 3.
Ball is for 2. And what a spell from Shaheen Shafri. The first one got 2 wickets, then he got his 3rd wicket in this 4th over. The 19th over. Brilliant over so far. 1 more ball to go. Only 6 runs from it and a wicket. Shamira, that's at number 9 for Sri Lanka. Maybe he can whack a bit, but Pakistan right now are in control.
Pretty important wicket to get at that stage. Outstanding work from Shaheen Shafri. 3 for 27. Desperately try and get another one. He certainly played his role today. Good solid drive. Side the stumps. Would have been okay. Had there been any connection? There wasn't. And just a single, so 7 off. And the wicket. 3 for 28 for Afridi. 125 for 7.
Not a pretty scope batting card if you're a Sri Lankan supporter. 125 for 7. Obviously picked off the batters so far has been commanding tremendous 50 of 44, and then of course Asalanka got 20 as well, but otherwise they struggled.
Right, we've got 1 over to go now. That's all we got, and Mendes, Kamindu Mendes, has been superb for Sri Lanka with that 50 off 44. He'll be disappointed he wasn't there right at the very end of this innings, because runs from him in the last over could be very handy. He can score those boundaries, we know. There's 6 balls to go.
Sensational spell by Shaheen Shafri, 3 for 28 in his 4. He set the tone for Pakistan with a new ball. Haris Rauf will bowl his last over, the 20th over, 30 for 1 in his 3. He's going to do a lot of yorkers, maybe into the pitch as well, the slow ones. He's got good variations, no doubt, very experienced T20 player.
Karunaratne is on strike. That signal is because the too slow with their overs, which means they've lost the boundary rider. There's only 4 outside the circle. There we go, there's the field plot. He's got to be aggressive now. Karunaratne hasn't been up until now. Slice that one. He's got 4 runs, first ball. He won't mind where they come. He's going to go 180 degrees different from where it ended up.
Slow over 8, extra feeder inside the circle. And that's why 3rd man was up. Slow ball, edged, 3rd man was up. First ball boundary. 129 now.
Somehow muster another couple of boundaries in this over. Linda being a score, which will be a pretty good recovery considering all the trouble they were in with 3 down. Inside 3 overs, and then 5 down. Inside 8. Oh, that's through the legs. Can't get it back to the bowler's end on time. Oh, that for no run. No, he's appealing. Haris Rauf is appealing for that. Umpires, not interested.
Beautiful delivery.
He has decided to go upstairs and have a look.
Rapid Director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. Both feet are checked. Fair delivery. Front on first, please. Ball appears to be passing close to the inside edge. Can I have outright, please? Thank you. Can you take it back all the way before the ball gets hit to the back, please? Now roll it through frame by frame. But up despite that the ball is in the back first, going back to Mukul on field. Mukul, you can stay with you, not out decision, you're on field.
There was a lot going on there. There wasn't a nick. I think that was going to be out.
It's a good call actually by Harris. Faint inside edge saved Duratne. 4 balls to go now. 5 fielders inside the circle. Sri Lankan point of view need a couple of boundaries to get to a decent total to defend.
Duratne's the one who's more likely to get boundaries at this stage. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That really is superbly bowled. Again, right on the block hole from Haris Ralph. That is great control at this stage.
Really is, and very good pace. 144. The previous delivery, this 143.
सामने दुश्मन का चमीरा मिड ऑफ के ऊपर से गेम किया
So the sort of tremendous celebrations from the youngsters. Excitement within, but not so much for the Sri Lankan supporters. Mendes played superbly. 3 protecting the leg side on the boundary, and only 1 on the offside. 3 balls left in the innings. Scott underneath that, slid over the top, has he? Good catch, really good catch. Fine grab from the captain. Salman Aliaga's taken a very good grab. Nicely done.
Another pacey delivery. Probably he was expecting a slow ball, but very intelligent bowling by Haris Rao. 140 kilometers an hour. Mid-off was up in the circle. 5 fielders were inside the circle. Back of a leg. Yeah, didn't middle it. And a very decent catch by the skipper. Salman Agha at mid-off. Second wicket for Haris Rao. With 35 runs, 2 balls to go. And Shamira departs for 1. Sri Lanka now 130 for 8.
मिनट से मेरा दूसरी गेंद लेकर के
Used to shine up at number 10, off spinner. Will have a very important job to do when he gets the ball in his hand. He's one of those guys who's very talented with the ball as an off spinner. That's a nice variation. Got some batting to do in the last 2 balls here. 130 on the board only for Sri Lanka. And that's a dot ball to start. I think he might have got there. Every chance he might have got there. We'll have to have a good look at this one. But he was out of the blocks very quickly from the bowler's end.
Director, we have an umpire review for run out at the striker stand. Can I have sideline angle, please? Can you take it back? Yeah, the bat is grounded behind the puppet, please, because the wicket was broken. I have a decision for the mistake.
Good running to get back on strike for the last ball.
What an over under pressure from Haris Rao. Only 6 runs conceded and a wicket. He's sprinting it, giving it 100% every time.
Final ball. Picked up on the onside. There is protection out there. Yes, there is. Going to look to come back for the second. They're going to think about the third. One wanted the third, the other one didn't. So they're going to settle on just 2 to finish. Wonderful over from Haris Ralph to finish. Sri Lanka will be disappointed with that total. Salman Aliaga will be delighted. Pakistan will be so happy with this, knowing that the average score batting first is the 170 mark to restrict them to 133. They'll be really pleased, Pakistan.
It's a huge lead. They've done really well, Pakistan. They came out on all guns blazing. And Shaheen took the charge as a new ball bowler, got a couple of wickets, gave them breakthrough. And one stage, Sri Lanka were 58 for 5, 80 for 6, but they did well to get to 133 for 8. Credit to all the bowlers from Pakistan.
Yeah, it was interesting actually because the last 5 overs at one stage, they threatened Sri Lanka were going to get things out of control at one stage, but they lost wickets at important stages in the end. They went for 45 runs in the last 5 and lost 2 wickets. So it does seem a reasonable amount, but they had to play catch up. They're never going to end up the 120 mark. There was an indication, I thought earlier, they were going to end up on losing the wickets inside that power play. They worked hard to get to 145-ish. So I thought they might be, but they're below that. That's Pakistan. Get a good start, they'll be pleased here.
Yeah, and it's a good batting pitch. They done really well. Everybody chipped in. Bowler shined with a new ball. And then, of course, Ralph got 2 wickets. Tallat got 2 wickets as well. And pick up the bowlers, I think, was Ibrahim.
Going to have to come up against a very good bowling from Sri Lanka. Shara, something you have to watch very closely. There's a batting card for Sri Lanka. Nasanka missed out today, the first time he's missed out in this tournament. He played very well so far. And Mendes as well. Those 2 wickets, Mendes and Nasanka, 2 really big wickets right at the top. Pereira, Sri Lanka, they threatened, didn't get going. Kamindu Mendes is really good. And then just a bit of a flutter towards the end. Pretty played nicely, did Kamindu Mendes. Hasn't been in the greatest of form, most fluent form of late, but it was nice to see him play some terrific shots. He's got enormous talent. 44 balls, just 53 fours and a couple of 6s, and he was taking on bowlers all over the place.
Yeah, very good innings for his team. Mendes. Imad Sharaf 34 for 4. 4 over 34. Haris Rauf 2 wickets for 37. Bowled really well. Samana Diana bowled 1 of that. Bowled brilliantly. 3 overs 18 for 2. Imran, amazing spell. 1 for 8 in his 4. And pick up the bowlers. Shaheen Shafi, 4 overs 20. Sri Lanka is 131.
1 wicket in the first over for the 21st time in T20 Internationals for Pakistan. There it is. Chipped. Straight to mid-wicket. He was gone early, big threat. This was the second over. Another big wicket that time with Sanka, and that was an important wicket at that stage too, because he was threatening to go and get a nice score. So 3 wickets.
Must be game, they got low full toss ball, लेकिन slow ball.
And it is going to be
Short
interesting to watch
pitch,
this
another shot line,
The
लेकिन
track
run
is
नहीं
really
मिला.
doing a little bit with the new ball. We'll have to wait and see if that happens as well. The Pakistan need 100
क्योंकि आखिरी गेम
20 overs.
सभी का ही खेलना चाहिए.
Right now, they'll be pretty pleased, but Sri Lanka will know they're going to have to strike early, not once, twice, but maybe 3 times with the power play.
केवल एक गेम बाकी इस बारी. आखिरी बॉल इस बारी की बाकी है.
और यही पर काफी खराब रहा आखिरी के 5 ओवर में श्रीलंका की टीम ने 45 रन बनाए 2 विकेट के नुकसान पर लेकिन देखना होगा पाकिस्तान के लिए 134 रन इस तरीके से शेष करेंगे क्या रन शेष धरती पाने के रन बनाएंगे 136 रनों का टारगेट किया है और रिकॉर्ड रन रेट पाकिस्तान के सामने में 6.7 का होगा शेष करते हुए पाकिस्तान की टीम जिस तरीके से बैटिंग करेगी देखना दिलचस्प होगा लेकिन 134 रन चाहिए होंगे अपने आप को बचाने के लिए इस मैच में पाकिस्तान की टीम को और श्रीलंका की तरफ से श्रीलंका ने 8 रन बनाए मेंडिस दूसरी गेंद पर आउट हो गए थे मात्र 1 रन बनाए इन्होंने दुसल परेरा के नाम 15 रन है और श्रीलंका ने 20 रन बनाए इसके अलावा मेंडिस यानी कि कानंदु मेंडिस ने 50 रन बनाए दासुर शना का आज खाता नहीं खोल पाए वानिंदु हसरंगा ने 15 रन बनाए शमिता करुणारत्न ने 17 रन बना करके नाबाद रहे और दुष्मिता शमीरा ने 1 रन बनाया महेश कृष्णा हालांकि अंत तक नाबाद रहे खाता नहीं खोला इन्होंने 1 गेंद का सामना किया पाकिस्तान की तरफ से शाहिन शाह अफरीदी ने 4 ओवर में 28 रन देकर के 3 विकेट लिए वहीम अशरफ ने 4 ओवर में 34 रन देकर के 2 विकेट लिए हारिस राउफ ने 4 ओवर में 37 रन दिए 2 विकेट सलमान आगा ने 1 ओवर में 5 रन दिए 2 विकेट लिए और তো দেখা যাক হাজার ব্রাদার শেষ পর্যন্ত দুর্দান্ত একটি ম্যাচ আমরা অবশ্যই এনজয় করতে চলেছি
এবং আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি 120 বল থেকে 134টা রানের অবশ্য 120 বল থেকে 134টা রানের প্রয়োজন। তো আমরা আজকের ব্রাদার্স আশা করছি যে অবশ্যই আগামীকাল বাংলাদেশ দল ভারতের সাথে জিততে না পারলেও যাতে করে কম ব্যবধানে হারে। আর আমি যেটি মনে করছি যে 25 তারিখে অর্থাৎ কালকের পরের দিন 25 তারিখে অবশ্য পাকিস্তানের সাথে বাংলাদেশের খেলা, এবং আমার কাছে কেন জানি মনে হচ্ছে যে অবশ্যই বাংলাদেশ দল পাকিস্তানকে হারিয়ে দিয়ে ফাইনাল অনেকটা কনফার্ম করবে বলে অন্তত আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে। তবে বাংলাদেশ দল যদি আর কোনো ম্যাচ না জেতে তবুও কিন্তু ফাইনাল খেলবার সুযোগ থাকবে। তবে সেক্ষেত্রে আজকে অবশ্যই শ্রীলঙ্কাকে জিততে হবে নাম্বার ওয়ান। ভারতকে সবগুলো ম্যাচ জিততে হবে। সেক্ষেত্রেই কিন্তু পাকিস্তান, বাংলাদেশ এবং শ্রীলঙ্কার অবশ্য পয়েন্ট হয়ে যাবে 2-2 করে। তখন কিন্তু বাংলাদেশের নেট রান রেট যদি ভালো থাকে একটা জয় নিয়েও কিন্তু সেমিফাইনালে যাওয়ার সমীকরণ টিকে আছে অবশ্য। বাট আমার কাছে যেটি মনে হয় যে অবশ্যই বাংলাদেশ দল সম্ভবত বিশেষ করে আগামীকাল ভারতের সাথে খেলা খুব একটা চিন্তা বাংলাদেশ দল করছে না। টিম ম্যানেজমেন্ট বলেছে খুব একটা প্রেশারও আই থিঙ্ক নিবে বলে আমার কাছে মনে হয় না। এবং আমার যেটি ধারণা কালকে একটা জটিল খেলা হবে, কঠিন খেলা হবে আই থিঙ্ক ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে। তো প্রিয় দর্শক বন্ধু, সেক্ষেত্রে বাংলাদেশ দলের একাদশটা কেমন হবে একটু যদি আপনাদেরকে জানাই। বাংলাদেশের একাদশ হওয়া উচিত অবশ্যই ওপেনিং এ তানজিদ তামিম এবং সাইফ হাসান, এরপরে লিটন কুমার দাস, তাওহিদ হৃদয়, শামীম হোসেন পাটোয়ারি, জাকের আলী অনেক, এরপরে শেখ মেহেদি, তারপরে নাসুম আহমেদ, এরপরে অবশ্যই তানজিম সাকিব, দেন অবশ্যই তাসকিন এবং মুস্তাফিজুর রহমান। এরকম একটা একাদশ আই থিঙ্ক আমার কাছে যেটি মনে হচ্ছে হবে। আপনারা জানেন যে অবশ্যই ভারতীয় বোলাররা কিন্তু স্পিন ভালো খেলে। চারদিকে কথা উঠছে যে ঋষাদকে নেওয়া যায় কিনা, বাট ঋষাদ মেবি একটুখানি বেশি এক্সপেন্সিভ, রানটা একটুখানি বেশি দিয়ে থাকে। বাট আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে তানজিম সাকিবের পারফরমেন্স বরাবরই কিন্তু ভালো অবশ্যই ভারতের বিপক্ষে। যে কারণে একটা পরিবর্তনই হয়তো হবে, সেটি শরীফুলকে বাদ দিয়ে সম্ভবত শরীফুলকে বাদ দিয়ে শুধুমাত্র তানজিম সাকিব, আর কোনো চেঞ্জের দরকার নাই। আমি আরো একবার আপনাদেরকে বলি, হ্যাঁ আরেকটা জায়গায় চেঞ্জ হয়তো হতে পারে। কথার কথা হ্যাঁ, লিটন দাস কিন্তু কিছুটা ইনজুরিতে পড়েছেন। লিটন দাস যদি না খেলেন সেক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু দলে নুরুল হাসান সোহান চলে আসবেন। আবার যে জায়গায় তানজিম সাকিব খেলবেন, ধরেন শরীফুলের জায়গায় তানজিম সাকিব আসতে পারে, অথবা সাইফুদ্দিন আসতে পারে, অথবা ঋষাদও কিন্তু চলে আসতে পারে। তো যে কারণে আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে একটা দুইটা কালকের একাদশে মেবি একটা চেঞ্জ তো হতেই যাচ্ছে। আমি আরো একবার বলি বাংলাদেশ দলের সম্ভাব্য একাদশ: তানজিদ তামিম, সাইফ হাসান, লিটন কুমার দাস, তাওহিদ হৃদয়, শামীম হোসেন পাটোয়ারি, জাকের আলী অনেক, শেখ মেহেদি, নাসুম আহমেদ, এরপরে শরীফুলের জায়গায় তানজিম সাকিব অথবা রিশাদ হোসেন অথবা সাইফুদ্দিন, তারপরে তারপরে তাসকিন এবং মুস্তাফিজুর রহমান। এরকম একটা একাদশ আই থিঙ্ক কালকে বাংলাদেশ দলের জন্য হতে যাচ্ছে বলে এখন পর্যন্ত মনে হচ্ছে। সো ডিয়ার ব্রাদার, সবাইকে অনুরোধ করছি দয়া করে লাইক বাটনটা অবশ্যই প্রেস করে দেবেন। সো আবারও শুরু হয়ে যাচ্ছে খেলাটি। আমরা প্রত্যাশা করছি অবশ্যই খুব দারুণ ম্যাচ অনুষ্ঠিত হতে যাচ্ছে। 120টা বল থেকে অবশ্যই মাত্র 134টা রানের প্রয়োজন হবে। সো আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি উভয় দলের প্লেয়াররা কিন্তু আবারও মাঠে প্রবেশ করবে। প্রিয় দর্শক বন্ধু, আপনাদেরকে আরো একটা তথ্য বলি। বরাবরই ভারত পাকিস্তানের সাথে হাই ভোল্টেজ ম্যাচ হয়ে থাকে, অনেকেই বলে থাকেন। বাট গত 10 বছরে আমি ভারতের সাথে পাকিস্তানের খুব একটা ম্যাচের প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা একটা দুটা ম্যাচে দেখেছি, বাট সিরিয়াস কোনো ম্যাচে নয়। যে কারণে আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে এই মুহূর্তে বরং ভারতের সাথে
अभी तक श्रीलंका 131 131 131 रन श्रीलंका टीम के स्कोर। श्रमिका वर्सेस हैरिस ग्रोव। दाएं हाथ के तेज गेंदबाज हैरिस ग्रोव गेंदबाजी करें। केवल 2 गेंदें बाकी है यहाँ से आखिरी की 2 गेंदें बाकी 5वीं गेंद एक और लो फुल टॉस बॉल लेकिन स्लो बॉल शॉट मिड विकेट के साथ शॉट खिलाए लेकिन रन नहीं मिला और सिंगल लेते भी तो भी उतना फायदा नहीं करता मेरे ख्याल से
दुष्मिता शमीरा ने 1 रन बनाया महेश दीक्षिणा हालांकि अंत तक नाबाद रहे खाता नहीं खोला इन्होंने एक गेंद का सामना किया पाकिस्तान की तरफ से शहनशाह अफरीदी ने 4 ओवर में 28 रन लेकर के 3 विकेट लिए मईम अशरफ ने 4 ओवर में 34 रन लेकर के कोई विकेट नहीं हारिस राउफ ने 4 ओवर में 33 रन दिए 2 विकेट सलमान आगा ने 1 ओवर में 5 रन दिए कोई विकेट नहीं और नए साथी हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं उनको मैं बता दूं कि भाई यहाँ पर केवल
Super Fours action continues here in Abu Dhabi. It's the last match of the Asia Cup in this venue before we head back up the road to Dubai. Match number 15 to see Pakistan taking on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka sent into bat. And Salman Aga won the toss, decided to field first. And it will be Pakistan requiring 134 to register their first win of the Super Fours. Sri Lankan innings just stuttered along somewhat until Kimindu Mendes with a half century, 50 from 44 deliveries. Rescued things a little bit. Outside of that, Pereira with 15, Asalanka 20, Hasaranga and Karunaratne with 15 and 17. Nobody else able to go on with it. And the Pakistan bowling and fielding was in very good spirits this evening. Shaheen Shah Afridi with 3 for 28. Haris Rauf with a couple of wickets and a brilliant spell from Abrar Ahmed, 1 for 8 from his 4. And both sides coming off a loss in their first game of the Super Fours in the Asia Cup. Desperate for a victory tonight. The 133 for 8, Sri Lanka. Pakistan needing 134 to register a win. Bowling and fielding very good, I think, Wakar Yunus. Evening to you. Now, a job to do with the bat.
Yeah, Pakistan came back very strongly after a loss against India a couple of days ago in Dubai. The energy level,
वो खाएंगे पान बनारस वाला
and the energy they shown on the field was just heartening to see. Sabzad Afran in good nick. Zaman also looked good in the previous match. They both put up a very, very good partnership. So this pitch is still offering a bit to the faster bowlers, especially with the new ball.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, the new ball is going to be crucial for Sri Lanka. Pakistan's got to watch out up front.
Chipped through the shot a little bit early. Sabzad Afran. Things underway. Won once while defending a total this year. Sri Lanka, they've had 4 instances of trying to defend a total. 1-1, lost 3. Do prefer to put the opposition into bat and then chase the runs down in their preferred option, but they're having to defend a relatively lowish total on what we feel is a far better surface than the 133 for 8 that they put on the board.
It's the new ball, isn't it? If Sri Lanka want to stay in the game, they have to pick up early wickets, maybe 2 or 3 early wickets in the power play. Good start, the ball swinging, so pitch it up. I think it's crucial for Sri Lanka also to keep their inner circle fielders really close to the bat. Don't allow those easy singles. Let the batter face 3 or 4 deliveries in row. Put pressure on the batter. That's the field. Go one slip in, fine leg inside the circle, 2 men out. Widish third man and square leg deep right on the boundary.
Is underway. So I won't mind this matchup. A little bit of a fumble, or sneaking up on no. All T20s, just 3 innings between the two, Hocker and Bashara. Got him out twice. defensive, so he won't mind the matchup against the left-hander.
Parker has struggled with the ball coming into him in the past. So that's what Tushara will try to do, try to pitch it up and bring the ball back into the Parker's stumps. Could have been really, really tight. A little lazy at the end. Yeah, that's the delivery. That is the delivery he's searching for. Even Parker Sawan taking a deep breath because he plants the front foot a touch early, and the ball coming in can be useful. Lovely delivery.
Yeah, the key for any swing bowler, Waka, you know well, this is one thing that I used to look at as well. Where does the head go? What you want from a left-handed point of view when you're swinging the ball back into the left-handers is you want their head to fall over. And they find it hard for the bat to access the ball from that point of view. And that's the one thing you and I both know very well. So for Parker, if he can just... It's such a difficult thing to do, is to keep that head nice and upright, because everything takes you falling towards the offside, and as soon as that ball starts to swing, it gets into the left-hander's blind spot.
Yeah, look, he's sitting quite comfortably here, but as the balls deliver, his initial movement is going more toward cover side, and then the bat sort of coming across. And if Tushara can bowl a real good length, not only the swing will do, if it seems a little bit off the surface, that will cause more issues for Khazaman.
Just a little bit low. Let's take him through the first over, 4 without loss. Because that's swinging actually, he doesn't get the bounce that others will get, so Sabzala Fahan there just having a look at the bottom end of the bat because it's stayed quite low. There's a good crowd in here at the Side Cricket Stadium. It is a wonderful venue. Not just this part of it, but the whole sporting facility in and around here. As far as wide as you can see, away to our left and behind us, there are various sporting facilities. It really is a terrific complex. Ushmanta Chamira. A little bit of pace, you might find a bit more bounce as well. Bit like that, Waka, that'll do. Thank you very much.
What a contrast from Tushara to Chamira. Tushara's ball wasn't bouncing, he was looking to bowl nice and full, trying to swing it, and on the other end, Chamira comes in and he bangs it into the surface, and look what happens. You cannot do anything to that delivery. Wow. That's a magic delivery.
And in the end, fair play to Waka, because he hasn't changed his way, he hasn't followed it. He's just played the line and said, okay, that's too good for me. You can have that one, but I haven't nicked it. Good, into the surface again. Just pressure on, they've got to take wickets. I'd love to see another slip in place with the ball doing that. Maybe just for the first over. I don't mind if you want to move it out after that if it doesn't work out.
After the first couple of deliveries, the wicketkeeper actually moved a few yards back. That shows the extra bounce Chamira is getting. They don't have to come forward. They can sit back, and because the ball's going to fly through, especially this new ball. He's bowling with the wind, so a few extra yards.
Oh,
the helmet. I don't think it's hit the edge first. I'm not sure whether it's picked up a little bit of the edge before it's hit the helmet. But it's definitely clunked the side of the helmet. They're going to review this. Sri Lanka feel there is a little edge. We'll hear from the third umpire.
By the director, we have a player issue for court, he's a knockout. Mostly the check, fair delivery, go to front on first speed. Ball passes close to the glove, then I have outside speed. Yeah, got a flat line and clear gap between back and ball, and also didn't touch the glove. Going back to Mukul on field, Mukul are satisfied there's no bat in ball. You can stay with your knockout decision, you're on stage.
Not out from the on-field umpire, was not given out, so will not be changed. But how good was that bouncer? Walker was very, very late on it. That one came quickly and right on the money.
Yeah, thank goodness for the good protection. Through the mandatory HIA tests for Zaman here. It's a really solid clunk. It was a terrific delivery. I know you're sitting at home thinking, well, how can we say that when it's just hit someone in the head? It was a beautifully directed bouncer. When you bowl that short ball, you're looking to make the batter feel uncomfortable, force him into a shot that he's not comfortable playing, and everything was spot on from Chamira around that. Everything's okay with Zaman.
Yeah, with these sort of bounces, it not only shakes the batsman in the middle, it actually sends a real good message to the opposition dugout that, look, we're coming after you. And that's a very, very good sign from Sri Lanka. Now, it all depends how Fakar reacts after that. He looks okay, he looks happy, he's high-fiving, so that means he's fine. So that's the number one thing, so that is good.
That's the last part of the HIA test, that Waka. So if he goes to high five and completely misses the hand, then that's it. He's done. He seemed like there, he got the hand right in the middle. That was all good. Perfect.
Yeah, that was fine. That's why I said it. That he's high-fiving, so he's in his senses, so that's a good sign. A new helmet, a brand new helmet comes out. So that's protocol you have to follow. Make sure that the player is fine, that health is more important. And then, of course, the equipment you use, once it's been hit, you have to change it. You have to get the new one, even if there is no crack or there is no damage to the equipment, you have to just change it because it softens up sometime, and it's better to just get a new one. And Fakar is doing the right thing. Get a new one. You see that on the forehead, it's gone red. There's no cut, there's no real cut. He's pointing out that region. You can see the swelling. It's already there. So it all depends how long is he gonna stay out there. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to sort of swell, and also, the effect. So that was really a quality bouncer. He wanted to play that. He was way too late. Look at that. I mean, in real time, that was, he did not give any time to Fakar to kind of react. He closed his eyes at the end, and he was hoping, against the hope, that he might connect.
Well, 3 balls in the over, 139, 142 and 146. So just cranking it up, warming up. Shmanta Chamira.
लिए आपका वार्म अप कर रहे हैं शायद फरहान
HIA tests, everything seems okay with Fakazama, but as Wakar mentioned, sometimes these things can take a little bit of time for the discomfort to kick in. 146 kilometers per hour, that one from Dushman Shamira. If you look through the tournament, percentage of deliveries in excess of 140. Shamira, 38% of his deliveries in excess of 140. So bowled with good wheels throughout. Haris Ralph is on top of the tree, 49%. Pakirana at 32 and Bumrah at 23%. The top four above 140. We'll see Jasprit Bumrah in action tomorrow. DP World Asia Cup 2025. Match 16, it is India taking on Bangladesh. Two sides who won their first games in the Super Fours. That one up the road at the Dubai International Stadium. Back here live now. That one's just nipped back through the gate. So a great start from Shamira. Remembering that Sri Lanka having posted 133. So find a way to try and defend us. But it looks a little at sea there, Waka.
Well, that's what happens when you get hit. It doesn't matter. It's not about being brave. It's just that your feet doesn't move after that for a bit. You just want to feel all on back. And we saw the physiotherapist giving update to the head coach. There might be an issue. There might be a problem. That it might not be able to continue for too long. At the moment, he's swinging his bat.
At the moment, Sri Lanka have started well and picked up a wicket, but things have looked good. This is their scorecard. They lost Mendes very early in the Sanka. A lot of middling scores. Pereira, Asaranga, Karunaratne. Just the one standout, Kamindu Mendes. 50 off 44. Just allowed Sri Lanka to get through to that 133 for 8. They lost wickets regularly. They were 80 for 6 in the 13th over. Now the wicket swings wildly leg side, just past the mid wicket and into the boundary for 4. 2 overs gone. It's been hectic, 8 without loss.
5 dot deliveries, and then on the last ball of the over, Zaman spoiled the over. Time you, the next batter was Sam Tallat. I thought he bowled really nicely. And that over from Hussain Tallat in the middle where he picked up 2 wickets actually broke the back, and then after that Sri Lanka could not really get that momentum they were looking at in the last 10 overs. He has come back in, the physiotherapist, and he's again asking Fakhar that, are you okay? Because your health is key. That's more important. He's on his knee, he's still feeling it. I hope he's okay. He wants to stay there. He's a fighter. He's not going to walk away just without fighting unless until he's really, really struggling. I know the individual. He's an amazing character. If he will be able to play, he'll not walking off. But I'm sure that he's feeling it. I hope he's okay.
I like that though from Clifford Deacon, who's the physiotherapist for the Pakistan side. Just making sure the health and well-being of his player running out there, just making sure he's okay. Are you okay to continue? If you're not, there's no point. Toe into the bat, but I think it'll be good enough. And goes all the way. Stayed a bit low, but subs out of Farhan. Stayed with the shot nicely.
Well, the ball did swing a little bit, but what Sabzada did well, he didn't really commit his front foot too early. He just waited, and then thought, okay, it's in my arc, it's in my zone, I can go. And he hit it beautifully. First six from his bat. Played well against India also.
Face off that time, and long on was in place. The boundary of the last ball of the Chimera over. Dancing down. There was no real timing, but it's flown past the man at mid-wicket. Just above the head. Down on his haunches after that. He's 100%, and you can understand why. Two, I don't think they'll push him. He hits the stumps more often than not with his wicket. He got 6 wickets in the tournament to Zara, and 5 of them have been bowled. So you know he's going to be generally 4. You think about Lasith Malinga, who a lot of these guys learnt from Pakirana, Tisara, and there's others as well in Sri Lanka. One of the great strengths of Malinga was he also had a very good bouncer. And he let you know, so that sort of kept your feet a little bit deep in the crease at times, whereas Tisara doesn't often use it. That one's full again and been pumped down the ground, taken by one of the substitute fielders. And 6 more.
Well, that length is not going to affect Shahzada Farhan. Again, a very similar delivery. Earlier he hit one over mid-on. This one was a little bit more offside-ish. And he also made sure that he clears his front leg, gives a little bit of room for his back to come down. Hits it hard and nicely taken in the dugout of Pakistan. Yeah, another good thing about Lasith Malinga later in his career was that he used to hit the length also, not only full all the time, because if you just keep bowling there, batter will get used to it.
Tight and placed beautifully. Off to a fly here, Shahzada Farhan.
Yeah, rolling his fingers on the seam, trying to bowl slowly, and Shahzada Farhan was just waiting for it. And this pitch now, I mean, even in the first inning, I thought it was coming onto the bat, but with this slingy action, it comes onto the bat even better. As timing was wonderful from Shahzada. Very calm dugout. It was not very calm the other day.
I say, what a difference a day makes. There's the bouncer. And well directed as well. 3 overs have been bowled. Pakistan 26 without loss. Turn to spin early on here inside the power play. No stranger to this. It's Diksha often bowls with a newish ball. We're inside the power play.
Bit surprising for me because Shamira bowled a wonderful over to Fakhar, and Fakhar was facing. And I thought they'll definitely give one more at least over to Shamira. Maybe this end, maybe just a change of end. Don't know, but yeah, he should have bowled one. At least he should bowl one more over.
Well, if they're going to change hands for him, I don't understand that either, because he just bowled a beautiful over from, as you said, Wakar, from that end, slightly with the breeze. They're worried about Nick Shunner bowling into a little breeze, then they're worried about the wrong things. Shamira turns around and bowls from our commentary end. A little bit of a surprise to me. It's been a good year as Sajjada Fahan. T20 cricket 2025, 35 innings, 1,492 runs, average of 46 and a strike rate of 157. That's this year in T20s, all T20s. 400s, 950s. It's some years so far. Yeah, great spotlight on Sajjada Fahan. He done in the Asia Cup, 29, 45 and 58 against India. Out towards Stigman wicket, but not timed at all. It's away with it.
If you've not faced Dictionary before, it can be a little dicey. This pitch is good to bat on. I mean, you can hit through the line. There's no real spin, and the ball is very new. It'd be a little difficult for Dictionary to just grip that ball. We saw Abrar getting a little bit of spin, but he had to bowl really slowly. So risk has to be taken by Sri Lanka. They need wicket. They won't win the game otherwise. They have to pick out wickets. And they missed some chance. Could have been the first wicket. Bakar Zaman leaving the crease way too early. And the wicketkeeper made a mess of it.
Yeah, Casal Mendes, that's one that she's got away. He was watching the batter. Just took his eyes off the ball momentarily. You see he's up, his head's looking forward. Saying it's an easy one, and I couldn't wicket keep to save myself, but it's one of those ones that every keeper will think they should be taking. Considering the bat had given him a good sighting of it, it was a long way down and a long way outside leg. One that gets away, and then next ball, as so often happens, you get punished for 4 backward a point. 4 gone, Pakistan off to a good start, 36 without loss.
Well, let's a quick look at the score comparison. Sri Lanka 36 for 2 at this stage, so runs are okay. At least 2 wickets, both to Shahid Afridi for the first and second overs that he bowled. Certainly put Sri Lanka on the back foot a little bit. Plenty has happened in the first 4 overs of this innings, that's for sure. Nasty blow, of course, to Bakar Zaman. Missed stomping in that last over. Shan is going to be a completely different situation when he's got the ball in his hand for Sri Lanka in this game. He's a class act. He's someone who can bowl the power play as well, so it makes a big difference. He's disappointed he hasn't picked up a stick. So 98 needed. They're under 100 now, Pakistan. Hasn't been easy so far. Oh, that's just gone over the top of the stumps. Okay, Russ.
Jimmy Hayes. Lovely shot played very late, Bakar Zaman. Just a hint of wind. Mendes thought he had it in his gloves, but they're off to a flyer. If at all Sri Lanka had any hope, it's the about picking up wickets, as everyone says. But in a situation like this, just forces you to keep trying, keep doing things, rather than working your way into a batting lineup, looking for those glory balls.
Changed ends. That's been picked up. Only two outside the circle in the power play. It's going to trickle away towards the triangle. Oh, hits the foot as well. Still doesn't go to the boundary.
It almost stopped there, coming to Mendes. Trying to flick it over. Was he over? They will have a look at that one. They've not been afraid to play their shots now. That's the way to put pressure on the opposition. He's all right. Before he touched the grass over the boundary line, hit his leg and just rolled around. Net run rate, Hazy. Net run rate.
Correct.
And father of
Too early to
the
think
big
about
ball.
that, I'm sure, for Pakistan at this stage. But yeah, the net run rate is going to be a factor in this tournament, I'm sure. Pakistan 39 for none at the moment. They're going at 9 and over, so they've got a good, powerful start. Only need 6 and 0 from here. I want to get themselves into a comfortable position before they even start considering that. Back away, looking to slay that on the offside. Couldn't quite get there. Hasn't hit the ball cleanly at the moment. Zaman, since he's got that clean smack on the head.
The change in batting lineup, Farhan paired up with Zaman, has really given Pakistan some move. Against India, he might have got only 15 of 9. But the shots that he played just allowed Farhan to express himself. He got a half century, a quality one, and he's continuing from there. Fearless stroke play. The moment you get some runs, you just feel so confident that you can take anyone on, and that's what Farhan's displaying at the moment.
Said that pretty well. Work to be done. Tidy stuff from Hasaranga. Farhan's really been doing a nice job. 58 he got against India, where he played some lovely shots. 38 balls, I think it was. He played superbly. He's had an unbelievable 2025 in T20 internationals. Strike rate of 157, almost 1,500 runs and 34 knocks. 4 T20 hundreds this year. Some of the best in competitions as well, but he's really hitting the ball sweetly. And he's a key player now for Pakistan on the top, and he's someone who gets runs very quickly and plays with great strength. 22 not out at the moment, that 58 of 45. Setting Fucker back.
41, it's only the 5th over. The last time Pakistani openers went past 50 was against the West Indies. That was a few months ago, 138, about 9-10 games. So that was the former partnership, Farhan, Sam Ayub.
Tight over, just 5 from it so far. He's been bowling with very good pace. Shamira today.
But not the speed and energy that he bowled with from the far end where he had the wind behind him.
He was screaming and then bowling mid-140s there. High on the bats. Chipping over the top. Going to look to come back for the second. They'll do that quite comfortably.